Ahoy, salty dogs! I'm Lenscap, and welcome back to Stonehearth, and also to Capopolco, our little hamlet of zero buildings. Hopefully we can get that changed today. Let's check our daily update. Close. We're almost there. Once we get a few more things built, we should have enough net worth to get somebody. So I got a comment that said that the Hearthlings should be able to build bridges if we put a ladder into the water, and that should let them do it. So I tested that in a test world before last episode, but I want to try it again just to see if we can do it. I think another good place for a bridge then is going to be here-ish. And that can go into a mine that we put over here in the mountain. I want to be able to dig through and get clay and stone and stuff. So let's chop down this tree. Let's have our dudes chop down this particular tree to kind of get it out of the way. And let's start designing a bridge. We're going to use the same kind of pattern as we did the last time for this bridge. And let's see, we're chopping down this tree, so let's do it here. Now our bridge was 3 wide, and this one's going to be a little bit longer, so we can't do it exactly the same. But we can it'll be pretty close. So this was like this. This guy goes about like this long. And then I used this mild gray. Actually, let's do the part underneath first. It's a little bit weird trying to get this. I think it's gonna be this block here. Yeah, so that's right in the middle of our bridge. It's a little bit weird to find where the blocks are gonna go, but we can make it work. Okay, and then we get this lighter color in like this, and oh, that's okay. That's a good control. I didn't know I had. And okay, how do we do it here? Just okay. So we want to copy the same kind of thing. We want a little bit of consistency in our world. Not all bridges have to be exactly the same, of course. But I think it's not a bad thing to do things at least similarly. All right, so that's kind of the support we had for the bridge. So now we need to mirror that on the other side here. It's going to be, I think, this block. Let's see if we can make sure. I just don't want to screw this up. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's right. So, and then we do the same kind of thing as this. Just to give it a little bit of style, you know, and pizzazz. Gotta have a pizzazzy bridge. Alright, let's delete these blocks. Now, the other piece of detail I had on this bridge are these, like, I guess they're called, like, crenellations. And I started 2 from the end. So we're going to do the same thing over here. They're going to be 3 long. And on the other bridge, since it was a weird width, we actually have a 2-block gap in the middle. So I want to start from both ends. Whoops, just in case we need to do that again. Our herbalist has leveled up. Fantastic. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a 2-block gap in the middle again. And that's perfectly fine. Like, it's not like a glaring inconsistency. And because it's in the exact middle of the bridge, it doesn't seem to be that much of a problem. It looks like they went and gathered at least some, if not most, of the flowers over here that I told them to get, so that's good. They'll continue to collect flowers, and eventually our farmer will level up enough that he can kind of provide us with some flowers as well. Okay, let's just put in these blocks on the other side of this bridge as well, and we'll give our Hearthlings another chance to build us a bridge. I do want to get to building somebody's house today as well. We'll probably go for the Carpenter's house, because I think you can do some pretty cool stuff with the Carpenter's house. Okay, so there's going to be our bridge. So now if we select the whole thing instead of just one block, we can hit finished editing. And here's the materials it needs. You can name your buildings. I don't think it matters. I'm just going to hit build. And then we'll hit start building. Now evidently, they're not going to start unless we give them a ladder. So if we hit L, we can put a ladder in. Let's put it here. And for good measure, I say we put a ladder on the other side of the water too. And maybe that'll allow them to build this bridge? I'm not quite sure. It doesn't look like they're doing it, but they are all busy at the moment for the most part, so looks like collecting flowers still. So we'll give them a chance to collect those flowers, and then let's move over in this area here and design a house for our carpenter. Let's get back into our building designer. Now I think if we want to do the carpenter, we definitely want the carpenter to have wood walls. So let's build some floors that are gonna contrast the walls pretty well too. So let's use this ashy color, this white. I really like to do interesting shapes with my houses. So not just a square necessarily, but we'll give them a little bit more living room, so to speak, than that. Let's put them a couple of blocks away from the water. Let's do 7 by 7, and then let's do maybe another 7 by... Let's do 15. That'll probably be good. Yeah, so that's a decent sized house for our guy. Now for walls, we want to give him wood walls, and we could do wood columns, but I think the stone columns are going to look better. Just like that. Cool. So that's easy. We've already got a wall with floor and walls. Some people will go ahead and do... Where do we want the door to be? I think the door over here. Some people go ahead and do like furnishing in their houses right off the bat. I don't like to do that. I would rather do the furnishing later. I'll just do like the essentials, like the walls and windows are right at first like this. Okay, and we'll just place in a couple of windows. Shed some light on the situation, so to speak. Here, let's mirror the other side of this wall. So just like that. And that can be like a dining room kind of area. We'll put a bed in here, probably over here. I don't know, we'll do furnishing. Okay, so pretty basic house. Let's put a roof on it. And we've got invaders. Let's pause the game and check out invaders. We got some more of these stoneling guys. It looks like there's only 3 of them. Okay, where are our warriors? They're over here by the food. I've noticed that the warriors tend to hang out wherever the crops are. So I feel like it's important for us to put our farms near the access points. So they're going to go near the bridges. Maybe a farm here and a farm over here. Looks like they've placed down some blocks for this bridge though, so they might actually be doing something. How did he get over here? They must have walked around the outside. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So anyway, let's get these guys. Let's tell them to attack, move, and we'll just pick this guy at first. And they should be able to do it. I mean, 3 of these little stonelings don't pose very much of a threat, but yeah, they should be fine there. I noticed these berry bushes have some berries on them, so I'm going to go ahead and tell our Hearthlings to harvest, because until our farmer gets up and running, that's going to be a big source of food for us. Okay, but those guys are going to make quick work of those stonelings. No problem at all. Let's get back to designing this house. And we can put a roof on it. I like to set the roof offset down one. I just feel like at normal, they're really tall. And I'm not a fan of that. I also want to go... I don't like this single block on top, so I'm going to make the max height one shorter as well. Just to kind of clean that up a bit. You can change like which faces have the overhangs if you want to. So we can have the house like looking like this if we wanted to do that. But I like the way it was by default, so I think we'll leave that. You can also change how big the overhangs are. So if we want to do like an overhang in the back, we might actually do something like that for like a work area. for our guy. That's a little excessive, but that's a decent idea. Let's actually set it to 1 for now, and we can, to 1 for now, and we can always adjust that later. We've got a roof on, but we still aren't finished. I really like to use these diamond windows for, like, ventilation windows. I don't really know what they're called, but if you look, a lot of old-timey houses, kind of like you would expect these would be modeled after, have a lot of big windows right around the top to kind of let air in and out for circulation and for light and stuff like that. So that'll work. I think we're going to leave windows off in the back because we're going to put a work area back here for this guy. But I think this house is ready to go. Let's go ahead and hit finish editing. And building number 6 is our carpenter's house. Now, our carpenter should automatically craft these things as we need them. So let's go ahead and hit build. And the carpenter should get to work, and so should the Hearthlings get to work start building these things. Let's look over here and see what's going on. It looks like they are at least trying to build this bridge. So they're doing way better than they did on the other bridge, so... interesting. Maybe we didn't need to cheat that other one in. But it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Let's see what the simple merchant has to sell us. He's got some clothes for our warriors. These actually could be some nice things to pick up. Let's pause this while we kind of decide. A padded vest for our warriors would be nice. That's 40 gold. That's 80 gold if we want 2 of them. We only have 20. Do we have anything we can sell? I say let's sell our potions. Let's sell half of them at least, so that we can keep our herbalist busy. We want him to level up. This fine picket fence we can sell. We've got a fine park bench. We can sell this as well. And a fine dresser. I generally just sell the fine things. So our, let me explain this and kind of how this works. So our carpenter, because he has a level 6 in mind, occasionally when he's building something, like a bench or a bed or a dresser, he'll have a breakthrough and build a really fancy one, like a fine quality one. And they sell for more, and they give your town more net worth if you decorate with those items instead. I generally sell them. I'd rather have the gold, but you can also kind of keep up with them. Let's sell all these as well. That'll give us enough money actually to buy the padded vests. And I think the merchant actually only had 1, so we may have just... Yeah, it looks like he only had 1. But we could outfit one of our workers better as well. We have enough gold for that. Let's buy a rug for our carpenter, actually. Let's buy a rug for the carpenter, and... I think that'll be fine for us. Yeah. Okay, let's play. And one of our warriors is going to run over. Looks like Riley's going to grab it and grab that padded vest. Oh, you know what? I just realized I need to rename all these guys. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'm going to do that. Alright, so here is our lineup. I went ahead and renamed a bunch of people. I think continue to, if you want to have your name featured in the series, continue to comment with names. I think that's a really cool thing, and a really easy way for me to incorporate you guys into the video, because I think that's pretty cool, personally. So here's what we got so far. I'm gonna make a list of all the names, and probably at the start of each episode, we'll add names to, we'll rename people, instead of as we get them. We'll just do it at the start of each episode going forward. I just forgot this time. Sorry. But we got it now. Okay, let's hit play. And we kind of just want to give our Hearthlings a little bit to see if they can build this bridge. It looks like they're going to at least try. I don't know if they're going to succeed, but they're at least going to try. And we can always insta-build it at any time if it becomes necessary. So... for now, we're going to do a little bit of waiting and let the Hearthlings catch up with the 2 projects that we just gave them. Okay, I mean, it looks so far like they are actually building this bridge. They're taking their sweet time and doing this weird, swim walk thing, but it seems like it's working. This is an alpha game, so I don't really expect everything to work right off the bat. And maybe I was just too impatient before when I tested this previously, but yeah, it does look like they actually are building this bridge, so that's a very good sign. If we look over here at our other construction project, this house, it looks like there's been a holdup. What are we missing? We've got plenty of stone, we've got plenty of wood. What are all of our citizens doing? They're all working, so we can't really ask for much more than that. I think the problem is we only have one worker, and Prez is busy building our bridge, so he won't be building this for quite some time. So let's go ahead and we'll just roll with it. We'll just wait for some stuff to happen, show a little patience. One thing I started doing was moving these flowers over here so they're easier to harvest. We can actually use them for decoration as well, but now that we've got our farmer able to make flowers, which the farmer leveled up. Did I show you that? Our farmer leveled up and can make us flowers now. So I've got a couple rows of flowers going, and I've also got this silkweed in production. I'll show you what it looks like. So here are the flowers. We've got Bright Bell and Frost Snap. They both accomplish the same thing, but we're making both. And then silkweed is used by a weaver to make like cloth and silk and stuff like that. So we don't have the people yet to assign a weaver, but once we get there, we'll start doing that kind of stuff, and we'll get there. We're still pretty early in the game. Oh, okay, so here's our next daily update. And we have enough for a new person. Let's go ahead and accept this. We got Devona Carvad. I don't have names picked out, so again, we'll just name everybody new at the start of next episode. So if you want to be named, make sure you leave a comment. Let's look at stats for Devona. 113. You'll make a perfect worker. So, Devona, you will probably be a worker forever. Good job. You can help build the house and the bridge. Fantastic. We needed your help anyway. Sweet. So, Awesome Man just achieved Farmer Level 2. So, let's see what new things Farmer Level 2 lets us make. We can make corn. Okay. Let's get some corn going. Well, we got tons of food, actually. I think we'll save this. And what we'll do is we'll build the farmer's house next, and that way we can put in some like more permanent fields and farming areas. Awesome, but corn and wheat, I think those are going to be awesome things for us to have. And a bridge update. Yeah, it looks like they got it, pretty much. They're basically finished with this. There's only a few small things left for them to build. And then we'll be done with this bridge. Hopefully they can get rid of all the scaffolding as well. That's another concern that I have. But yeah, it looks like they had no problems, actually. I'm really surprised. And that's awesome. This game has come a long way since I first played it. Okay, I missed the alert, but invaders approaching. Is it the same wolves? It's not the same wolves. But we can count one. There's one hiding over here, so 2. We may end up taking all the wolves on, but let's call our guys back. And I think this time we're going to set up a defend zone right at the end of this bridge, because we know the wolves are going to come that way. And so our footmen will go and travel up to there and defend from the wolves. Run to the town! Don't stay here! It's not safe. Alright, but our footmen will make it. They're going to protect you. And if the footmen are healthy enough after this, I think we might go take those other 2 wolves out, depending on how much damage we actually take from fighting these 2. I want to make sure that we're healthy enough that if we do get attacked after this, that we can survive that too. But it looks like we're going to be able to do it. So I think we go and attack these wolves then. Let's cancel this defend order and add an attack order on this guy. And hopefully I didn't just make a bad decision, but we'll find out here pretty shortly. So these wolves are actually pretty easy. I would expect fighting wolves would be a little bit more difficult than this seems to be. And alert for an enemy, thanks. Thanks for that alert. Okay, but it looks like we're gonna be okay. If we need to retreat, we can retreat, but I think we're gonna be just fine for now. Let me tell Matty Woo to back off. Yeah, let's send Matty Woo back home. And we'll leave Gustav to take this wolf out. You got it, Goose. Gus? Yeah. You got it, Gus. Alright, so now we can... now I think everybody's fine, so everybody should be good. Let's cancel Matty's combat order, and he needs to go sleep and heal up. But I think otherwise, we're all good to go. And this bridge appears mostly finished. They just need to take down the scaffolding, and they'll be all set on that. How's our house going? House looks good. Are we missing anything? We've got everything we need. We just gotta wait for them to finish up with the bridge, and they'll come finish the house as well. Fantastic! Ooh, okay, so a trader approaches our town. Hello, Capopolco. I'm just passing through, but I'd be willing to make a trade if you'll make 9 simple wooden chairs. I'll be back in 1 days. Okay. And might be able to get you 2 bronze breastplates. Yes, we can do that. Cool, so he'll be back in 24 hours. We want to go ahead and tell him to make 9 simple chairs. Now, the problem with this, we got to keep an eye on this, because if he makes fancy chairs, then it counts off one of these 9, but it doesn't count toward our trade, so we kind of got to keep an eye on that. I think we can do it, though. Alright, if we take a look in our inventory, we've got 11 wooden chairs. So he made them all. He made a fine chair as well, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe it doesn't count off of the construction thing, but I feel like I failed those before because that exact situation had happened. Could be something they've changed, though, in a patch. And another daily update. And we got it. Cool, so we get another person. Let's go ahead and accept this other person. Tippy Jondal. Alright, Tippy, welcome to Capopolco. So we need two names. We need 2 names. So suggest your names in the comments, and I'm gonna make a list and put everybody who suggests a name on the list, and I'll use like a random number generator to decide who gets actually in the game and who gets assigned to who. I'm not paying attention to like genders or anything like that, so you get what you get. But that's how we're gonna roll with it, and we'll do it at the start of each episode, like I said already twice. Okay, let's take a look at Tippy. 433. So Tippy's pretty well rounded. Tippy could become somebody here, more than just a worker. She likes meat, and she's a cultist. I still don't know what that cultist tag does. Oh, another invader. What have we got this time? Varana. And this is the smaller variety. Okay, so that looks a little bit creepy. I actually was watching. I just saw it appear right there, right as the alert popped up. Let's get our warriors. I don't think we need town alert for this one, but it looks like Matty Woo is still recovering from that last battle, so hopefully we do okay. All right, let's take this guy out though, and roll camera, play. You guys got this. He looks slow, so we should be fine. If we need to call in town defense, then the other guys will help. Let's keep an eye and see though how this works. I think we'll be okay. Alright, it looks like we've got this pretty well under control here. So we took that guy out, and he dropped Veriskin, which is very nice. But now both of our warriors are somewhat injured. We need to get... And it looks like our herbalist is actually going to take care of it a little bit. I wish he would heal him more. I don't really know how to control that at this point, but we probably should start thinking about adding another footman. Arman might make a good footman, actually. But then we need a different trapper. So I think let's do that. Let's swap him around. Let's swap some jobs around. So let's tell our carpenter to make another practice sword. And hopefully he can get to this quickly. we can get Arman the practice sword, and then we can assign Tippy to be the trapper. I think that'll be probably what we want to do here. Alright, cool. So he just made the practice sword. Let's swap her out. Arman, where did you go? Right here. We're gonna change you into a footman. Let's go pick up that sword. Perfect, you're ready to go. Let's make sure he's got a shield as well. Okay, and then we want to give Tippy... should we give it to Tippy or should we give it to somebody else? Yeah, I think let's give it to 3. Yeah, that's fine. Let's give it to Tippy. We'll make Tippy our trapper. And we still only have 2 workers. I don't feel like that's a lot of workers, but I think having 3 footmen is definitely going to be more beneficial in that case. So, and it looks like they finished this house. Next time, I think we'll start decorating and cleaning it up. We'll add some interior furnishings. You can kind of cut it open and look at what's inside. So we'll furnish it inside and add a workstation for our carpenter. And probably we'll build a spot for the farmer as well. Let's take a look at what this trader has to say. If you'll make me 5 tables for 1, I'll be back in 2 days and can get you 3 large crates. Yeah, we don't need that. This guy's going to be back in 2 hours with our bronze breastplates. So that's going to be fantastic. Let's make sure that we have our chairs for him. We've got 11 chairs, so that'll be no problem. We'll go ahead and assign our chairs. Our chairs? We'll go ahead and get our footmen outfitted with some bronze breastplates. And next time, we'll do that other stuff I said. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all the like and support that you left on the last episode. It's fantastic. Make sure, you know, if you want to keep the series rolling, and make sure you continue with all the support and all the likes for that. But that said, until then, stay tuned.